What's up, pretty? So, today, I decided I'm gonna keep you on trend. So all you need is these 3 basic things to be on trend right now, 2020, in this generation. Are you ready for that? Let's go. Number 1, fluffy brows. Fluffy brows is a thing-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. It's a thing now. Well, it's always been a thing, but right now it's a thing. Number 2, know what happened? Don't know what happened. This has been a thing for quite some time. Everybody has been wanting to have these certain type of eyes. And nobody really did anything on it or how to do it. It was just basically the models that had it. And now it's a thing for everybody. Number 2, the foxy eye trend. Oh, she just hit it. And number 3, the old time thing that's been here for years and years and years. And everybody's always going, how do I get the perfect this? How do I get the perfect that? It's the damn perfect red lip. So you have all those 3 things on right now. You a whole trend bitch. So I'm gonna try to get those 3 things in just simple, quick ways. And you're gonna thank me. Be on trend right now, 2020, this generation. I want little thing. Just keep watching my video. You're gonna be the next trendy one day. All you gotta do is get yourself some soap. You don't want to get yourself no flavored strawberry protex, I don't know what soap, because your ass gonna be smelling like a damn bar soap if you do that. So what you wanna do is get yourself a glycerine soap. You can get this anywhere you buy soap. So pick and pie, Checkers. So then next, what you wanna do is get yourself a setting spray. You can actually even use water if you want, but I prefer setting spray. It just stays nicely. And then a spoolie. Oh, on one quick tip, you want to do this before you do your foundation, because if you do this after, girl, good luck. So you're just gonna put some sprays, then you're gonna rub it until it gets tacky. So you feel the soap is quite tacky. You see that stuff coming out, just gonna take that off and just keep rubbing it till it's quite tacky. And this does take a while to get your eyebrows in the shape you want. Trust me, it takes me like an hour, and I'm joking. Once you keep rubbing it in your eyebrows, it's eventually gonna get so like stuck. Like if you after this is done and you touch your eyebrows, I feel like you have no eyebrow, like it's just skin. It's such a weird feeling. This is what drag queens do when they wanna hide their eyebrows. So you're just gonna push that up into the shape that you want it to be, just like that. So there you go. There you have your soaped up brows. So next is the fox eye trend. That is a quite nice CP. What is that? Not even CP. Like it's quite a look like you got no damn eyes type of trend. You're actually supposed to use your hair, and you can push your hair up like this. So it gives you quite that, but it don't work. I think you just need one of those tapes where you do this and then you tie around your head. I think that's the only thing that's gonna work. So grabbing my Fit Me Maybelline concealer in shade 16 on my eyelids, just to prime my eyelids. You never want to put eyeliner on just a plain lid. Your eyeliner is going to end up on your freaking eyebrow. It's going to smudge. I'm just going to pat that in with a blending brush quickly. Okay, so I want to do this eye off camera. I'm going to show you exactly how I achieved this, how to make the eye look. You can see it looks quite long and thin and quite like cat eye-ish, like spicy. The thinner the liner and the longer, the better, because if you're going to make it thick and dramatic, you're just gonna get that bubble eye shape and the small shape. That's what that is. So the darker you put on your eyes, the smaller your eyes are gonna look. So the one thing I can say for this eye, it's not a very neat eye in the sense you'll see once I put the lash on. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you exactly how I did this eye, and let's get started. So you want to keep your mirror pretty close by you for this one, because this is quite detailed work. I like to take a very sharp liner, but this one in this case it's finished, but I love using the pot liner. It just gives it a more darker effect. So I like to take a liner that is either finished or not working properly, because it has such a quite a nice fine tip. I dip it into the pot liner and that just works wonderfully. So what you want to do, instead of starting a normal liner where a normal liner would start by you following your bottom lash line and go upwards, this one's going to go a little bit more downwards, so it's a bit more of a straighter line. As you can see, this whole line looks quite flat against my eyelid. You have to go quite long. As you can see, my liner ends like right there. You're gonna want to take it and drag it up quite high, but don't make a thick line all the way, because then to fix that end piece is going to be a problem. And then once you bring it in, you're not going to take it from the top and bring it in. You're going to take it from the middle of that line and bring it in all the way till about here. Then we're going to drag it in from about here, and then we can gradually go a bit higher, but you don't want to start from here and drag it in. Now that you just have a light structure, you can go ahead and actually use more color now. So start coloring that liner in. Before we even get to the tip, let's just make this little line nice and dark. Because this is quite a fine stop, you can just take your liner and just slowly blend it in, just like one or two little things, and that's about it. Do not go to the end there. Right now, just stop there. So take a flat brush or whatever brush you usually use to clean up your liner. This, what it's going to do is going to create more of this. As you can see, it's quite a shadowed, it's not like a precise stop. It basically flares out to a stop. So once again, pushing this liner up into a shape, it's not going to stop exactly like that as you see there. It's going to flare it out. Just take a little bit of concealer on your brush, push that wing back. And you know what, a liner will never be 100% even, so don't stress on that. So what I like to do is to make that liner extra dark, I like to take a black shadow and a angled brush, and I just want to go over the line. Make sure you don't faff, just go directly on the lash line and just push up a little bit just to get that nice dark liner. Okay, next part is what brings this look all together. This inner corner here. So this is quite tricky, especially if you don't usually do inner corners. I know it can be very difficult. It took me a very long time to get the hang of it. But you want to go and follow your natural line as out as you can. Not too much because you don't want to stop it on your nose. But as far as out as you can, and just push it out and directly back into your corner. Okay. Just like that. Makeup is an illusion. From close it looks strange, but from far it looks good. Next thing you do is go to grab a roller line or whatever you're comfortable with putting on the top of your eye. You don't want to close that line on top, but what you're going to do is you're going to roll that liner, you're going to lift up your eye and color it from the bottom. So it gives it a dark shadow, but not necessarily a line. Okay, so for lashes. So lashes play the biggest role in this eye. So make sure you have a lash that it's quite a natural lash but still a bit thick. Like this one, I didn't have one full thick natural lash, so I used two and I just stuck on top of each other. So you want to take a lash that looks quite natural. That's not the lash that I'm using because I already have my lash pre-cut and everything, but you want to cut this off. So you're going to cut from here till about here off. So you're only going to use that little bit from here to the back. Just as I did, you can see my lash is quite small. So this lash is not going to come from here or from whatever. It's going to come from basically the back of your eye. Then you're not going to stick it down on the actual lash line because this is where your eyes, this is basically where you determine your eye shape. Because if you do it down, you see your lash line goes down. So your eyes are actually going to be pulled a little bit down. Where if you take your lash and you stick it from here, basically on the liner and not on your lash line, and then it's going to end here, basically somewhere around there. Your lash is going up, your eyes automatically going up. Just going to go ahead and just push that up a little bit. So one of my tips that I can give you, maybe it is to hide this, is once again take a black eyeshadow and just color the top of the liner, color on top of the lash, and just hopefully try and blend that in as best as you can. So I'm going to go do my full face off camera quickly so I can show you how to get that perfect red lip. Now that I look a little bit human, I'm just going to bake my face while we do this. So everything you're going to need is a lip liner, a lipstick, a liquid lipstick, and a color that is kind of the closest to what you want to do. The trick to any perfect lip is a lip liner. You never just want to go in with just plain lipstick. That's just giving color, but it's giving no definition to your lips whatsoever. So I'm going in with this Perfect Pair Duo from Absolute New York. Maybe to start, if you're still struggling, I'll just go for a normal red lip liner, but I like that bit of a darker, defined lip. So I'm going to go with this quite dark maroon lip liner. Okay, so next what you want to do is want to grab your lipstick. I'm taking my Vizion Cosmetics lipstick in shade Midnight Flame. It's a stunning red, so any red lipstick you have, just take that and just put some lipstick on. This is once again my liquid lipstick matte intensified from Vizion Cosmetics in shade Opium. Okay, lastly, I'm going to go in with my powders. I'm going to grab a mixture of this red and this pink. So the reason I use the powders, it's not to change the color, it just intensifies it just a touch more. And what it does, it really makes it matte, pure, like super matte. And the nice thing about it is when you put the powders on, you don't even feel that there's any lipstick on your lips. It just feels like plain old paper, because the thing is, when I know I have lipstick on my lips, I lick my lips the whole day. So this just helps me not to do that. You can't even feel it on your lips. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take this all off, and I'll be back 2 seconds. Okay, so on a quick note, quickly going back to the brows, I did say we could fit in. So I usually like to use this Bennye Studio Color palette. This is just a normal eyeshadow palette that I always use for my brows. I don't use any brow products or anything like that. And I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to fill in these little white gaps that I have from the soap. I'm not going to touch too much on it, because the more I touch, the more the hair could possibly move, even though it's quite stuck. But I don't want to take the effect of those strokes away. And that is it. So this is how you stay on trend throughout 2020 so far. So fluffy brows, a foxy eye, and a cute red lip. I paired with this a cute little hairstyle that's actually going around with this cool things going on at the bottom where you curl the ends out. Do this thing. And these little hoops. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn your post notifications on. Hit that bell button. And once you do those 3 things, you should feel good. To follow me on social media, on my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Snapchat at It's Sabrina Diaz. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll be back with another banging video. Bye guys.